Two friends of mine in the same couple of days asked me similar questions. One friend asked me, who said to me I was burning my bridges, right? That I was pushing people away, that people were upset with me, that people didn't want to listen to me because I'm talking about politics on my business Facebook page. The other friend of mine says to me, David, I don't understand why you care. Why you care so much, man? You make people angry and this, that, and the other. And he talked about how people were upset with me because I'm talking about you have a duty as a citizen to participate in our democracy. There's responsibilities that go with your title. Because I'm holding people's feet to the fire to own your title as an uncle. If you're an uncle, you got responsibilities to your nieces and nephews and your family. If you're a brother, you got responsibilities to your siblings. If you're a mother, you don't just get a pass because you're mama. You still got to love and nurture and support your children. But this is the world we live in today, y'all. This is the world we live in. We shirk these duties and responsibilities and think somebody else is going to do the work. And the whole time, our country, our society is falling apart. This in the throes of the damn kid who shot up the school a couple of days ago. This is our fault. This is our fault. American people, this is our fault. This ain't about guns. You know, we had guns in school 30 years ago when I was in school. Matter of fact, most Fridays, there would be plenty of guns on campus in gun racks, by the ropers in school who were going hunting on Friday on the weekend. So they would bring their shotguns and hunting rifles and have them in the gun rack in the parking lot of the school. We never had a school shooting. I can't remember having a school shooting and growing up, in my adolescence and in my youth. This thing started about 30 years ago, when we stopped teaching civics, we stopped having parents engaged with their children, and parents were teaching home training, and we had a village that raised kids, and we were kinder as citizens, and we didn't walk around with our head down ignoring people around us. We talked to our neighbors. We said hello to people in the morning. We looked them in the face. Man, this is fixable. This is fixable. It's fixable because you got to be like me. You got to be angry about why we are what we are. How are you not disturbed by what's going on in our world and how we're destroying ourselves? I don't have children. But if I had some children, can you imagine how frantic I would be right now? Because I would know what world we're about to leave them. A torn up ecology and environment. We give no shits about what's going on with the environment. We're getting cancer every day. There's a cure for cancer. You bastards have a cure for cancer. All of us been affected by somebody who's died or dying with cancer. Our dogs and animals are dying from cancer. But these bastards make too much money on cancer, so there will never be a cure for cancer. Jonas Salk gave a cure for polio away. You think these bastards gonna give a cure for these things away? But we're divided. We won't talk about it. We won't address it. We allow our politics to keep us separate. So they create more control through autocracy and through oligarchy, and they pay more money to those puppets that they've elected to Congress and to our elected officials, and they do their bidding, and we sit back here and we watch it. We watch the next coup. We become desensitized to it. Oh, we can't do nothing about it. I mean, let me just go for self. Let me just do mine. So we become more apathetic, more cynical, and they just keep dividing us, and we just keep getting more and more and more destroyed. Look at it. You ain't got to be a political scientist to see what the hell is going on. Look, the solution is this. Be a kinder person. Give a shit. Start to care about our democracy. Start to care about your community. Start to care about your fellow man. We're losing our humanity. That's what's happening. How you gonna ask me, why do I care? Why don't you care? Why ain't you upset? Why ain't your soul disturbed? Because you see things that are completely preventable. If we all worked and did a little bit, a whole lot will get done. I'm not asking you to do what I'm doing. I'm not asking you to be as committed and on committees and doing all of the stuff that I'm doing, but damn it, you got to do some of what I'm doing. You got to do some of this. You have to embrace your role and your responsibility as a citizen, your role and responsibility as a parent, as a cousin, as an uncle, as a neighbor. There's work that goes with those titles. And if we keep trying to shirk them, if we keep trying to say it's not my responsibility, I'm not going to do it, we won't be here. We won't be here. We will not have a bright future. We will have a bleak, autocratic, fascist, dictator, destroyed environment, destroyed families. We won't be here. And if we are here, we won't be thriving. So I need you to join me. I need you to own your shit as a citizen, as a neighbor, as a friend. I need you to own it. I need you to join me. I need you to get involved and stop acting like you can't do something about it. You can do something about it. You gotta do something about it.
All right, so what can be done? What has to be done? First of all, if you want to change the world, you got to change yourself. So we need to start focusing on principles and doing what's right, pursuing the truth, working hard, being fair. Right now, you can make the commitment that you're going to be a part of the solution, right? That's first and foremost. Just decide you're going to be part of the solution, that you're not going to be silent in the face of injustice and unfairness and hatred and ugliness and things you know to be against the common good and the greater good. Make that commitment. Be a kinder person. You can do that today, right now, when you go out after you've heard this message. Go out and focus on being kind today. Slow down. Speak to people. Put your damn phone away. Stop walking around with your face and your head down looking at your phone, and walk with your shoulders up and your head up and look at people and greet them when you see them. Say hello. Have some manners. If somebody holds a door open for you, say thank you. Look them in the face and say thank you. Slow down. Be kind. You can do that right away. Imagine what happens to our world if we do that. If we got people on the trains and in traffic today slowing down and letting people in as they merge in the traffic, as opposed to being, having road rage and you don't want to let somebody in front of you in the damn traffic. Slow down. Be kind. We also need to focus on being principled. We need to live our lives by principles. I think Game of Thrones and some of the medieval movies that we watch and like and are so popular, I think part of the attraction is that those people lived by an ethos. They lived by honor and duty and code. They had these values that they wouldn't compromise on. They talked about taking oaths and how oaths meant something to them. We don't live like that today. We don't have any principles that we hold and that are non-negotiable. We always do what's just in the best interest of ourselves. And we got to stop that. We've got to recognize that we've got to be better human beings, be kind, and live by some principles. Honesty, hard work, the pursuit of the truth, fairness, good communication, accountability, responsibility. Those are the principles that I try to live my life by. Those are the principles that get me in trouble at work and get me in trouble with my friends, because if it's not pursuing the truth and if it's not working, then I'm not going to sit and be quiet and watch it self-destruct. I'm going to say something. I'm going to pursue hard work and pursuing the truth in coming to solutions for problems that come up in my life. So when you're a principled person, it's going to put you at odds with the greater community if there are no principles. If all we do is pursue self-interest, you're going to be at odds with the majority of people. So own that. That's what it means to be a leader. So own it. What are your principles? What are non-negotiable? I don't have to change that with my wife, at my job, with my friends. I can always pursue those principles. What are your principles? The next thing we have to do, we've got to rediscover our humanity. We've got to stop this selfish notion that it's all about me first and I'm going to get mine, and when I get mine, then maybe I'll do something for somebody else. We are parts of the human collective, and if we don't rediscover our humanity and our compassion for each other, we are going to self-destruct. Listen, I started the anti-apathy movement because I believed Doing nothing is not an option. Being apathetic and cynical is not an option. You just can't be angry and mad and frustrated and not do something and not own your responsibility as a citizen to be a part of the solution. You have a responsibility as a homeowner, as a citizen, as a neighbor, as a coworker, as a member of this society. You have duties and responsibilities that you're supposed to do. Own it, get it done. Yes, I would love for you to join the anti-apathy movement and be a part of what I'm trying to do, and help me to spread this message of activism and engagement and humanity. I want you to join me. But if you don't want to join me, join somebody. Join somebody who's making a positive impact in your community, and there are already plenty of organizations that exist. You don't have to start your own. You don't have to start new. Go join your church. Go find out what your church is doing. Your church has outreach in its communities and the communities they serve. Go join your church and find out what's going on. Go get involved in your city council and on the committees that exist within the municipality that you live in. Go join the boys club or the YMCA or something. But you can't do nothing. Doing nothing is not an option. Commit to some personal growth. We are too complacent. We are too comfortable. We think that our existence here is about a destination as opposed to a journey. You have got to consistently grow, be a better person, strive to be a better citizen and a better family member and a better, whatever your title is, you need to strive to be better at that every day. And last but not least, pursue the truth. Pursue the truth. We cannot fix problems that we do not acknowledge. And we have gone too long trying to hide from the scars and the lies and the ugliness of the reality of our country and how our country started and the ramifications of that. There are too many issues in our world where we're avoiding them because we won't pursue the truth in the issue. School shootings, safety, democracy, immigration, healthcare, all of these things have to be addressed from a place of truth, not from a place of partisanship, not from a place of division, but from a place of truth, so we can then come to a solution and find solutions for these issues. So that's what we have to do. That's what I'm striving to do with the Anti-Apathy campaign and the Smith Foundation and all the things that I'm doing. So I know I'm all over the place, but I'm all over the place because all of these things are not happening in a vacuum. All of these issues, from politics to family to culture to famine to economy to education to the environment, they're all connected, ladies and gentlemen, because we are in control of it. We have a government that is for the people and by the people, and it will be dysfunctional if we are not the check and the balance in our government, the check and the balance in our families, the check and the balance in our relationships, the check and the balance in our communities. It is all interrelated, ladies and gentlemen. And so because we don't have these things, because we are failing in these principles and these solutions that I just listed, that's why we produce dysfunctionalism. If we want to stop producing dysfunctionalism, we have to start applying these solutions. So there it is. There are some solutions that each of us can do and be responsible for. The question is, are you going to own it? Or are you just going to keep using your platforms, your social media? You're just going to keep talking and bitching and just doing nothing but being part of the problem. Silence is consent, ladies and gentlemen. Apathy is consent. If you are upset about it, if you're concerned about it, here's some steps that you can start to take. Stop talking about it. Let's start being about it. And if you've got an issue with that, that's you. I'm going to stand for what's right. I'm going to do my best to always stand for what's right and pursue the truth and work hard and be fair and be accountable and responsible. Use good communication and be honest. That's what I do with my platforms. That's what I will do with my life. And I challenge anybody to tell me I shouldn't do that. That's it. That's what I'm trying to do. What are you trying to do?